Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life. This is Austin Linney here with your Friday rant. I hope everybody's having a good day today. What we're going to talk about today is the subconscious mind. And there's a book that I believe is a foundational book that if you're wanting to change your life, if you're wanting to change the way you think about things, if you're wanting to change the actions that you take in this life, I believe that this book is probably the most important book that you'll ever read, regardless of a real estate book, because it all starts with the mindset. It starts with your mind and how it operates, and the rest of the things are just knowledge-based assets that you can control. And so that book is called What You Say When You Talk to Yourself. It's $13 on Amazon. If you can't afford $13 to change your way you think about yourself and change your life, then we got bigger problems. So I bought this book I probably bought like 40 of these books for all my coaching clients, for everybody that I meet. Everybody says it's changed the way they think. And basically the premise to this whole thing is that let's say you're a smoker, right? You smoke cigarettes, or an alcoholic. The first thing that people say to you is, well, just stop drinking. Just stop smoking. Doesn't work that way, because the programming of your mind and how you operate is 80% of your subconscious mind. And so if you want to stop these things, the way that you actually do them is you use affirmations and self-talk, right? Self-sets, right? And so you would say, I'm a healthy person. I don't smoke. And you would say that to yourself 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and night. There's a great app called Think Up. You can even put those things in there and say them to yourself. And what would happen is after 30 days of doing this, you'd have a cigarette in your hand and you'd be like, I don't even know why I had this in my hand. I'm healthy. I don't smoke. See what I mean? We want to address the problem instead of the programming. The programming is why we have the problem. And so you have to understand the concepts of how the brain works to understand that 80% of what you're doing, if not more, are triggered by programs set in your subconscious that could be 20, 40, 60 years old. And so I want to ask you a question are you doing, so I used to come home and drink after a hard day because I associated working a hard day with having a drink. And so I was doing these things or opening that whiskey or opening that thing without even doing them. So in order to get you to where you need to go to stop these bad habits, you have to reprogram your mind. And how you do that. So basically the concepts of your synapses is when things happen repetitively, the first part of the brain only has a certain function, right? And so when things start happening a bunch repetitively, then the brain goes, oh, well, I should know this. And then it attaches your synapses together. And then it says, okay, well, we need to remember that. And it goes in the subconscious brain. And so in order to do that, you have to say these things to yourself, the new habits, the new way you want you to think. You have to say them over and over and over and over again. And your brain attaches together and then it goes into your subconscious mind. And so this is why daily habits work. This is why affirmations work. This is why visualization works, meditation, because you're basically manifesting the good parts of yourself and get rid of the other parts. And so when you understand these basic concepts of how the mind works, then you can start reprogramming the words that you say to yourself, the things that you say to yourself, which no matter if you say them out loud or you think them, they go into your brain. And so I'm a guy that catches words all the time. Like, right? Like I want to. Like, what's want? That's nothing. Should, can't, fuck that shit. Should, can't, what? No, I will. I am. I will. I am. These are the statements that you need to be making, because you're speaking into existence the dreams and avenues that you are going to walk. And it starts, something they talk about in the book is two concepts. One, your reality. Your subconscious brain doesn't know the difference between reality and false. So why wouldn't you just tell it great things? Right? And so this guy's like, I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I talk to myself, I say, hey man, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be amazing. How good do you look today? Like, we're speaking into existence the mood that we're going to take with our day, right? And so I'm asking you a question. What are you saying to yourself? What are you writing down? Do you speak with significance? Do you speak with I am, I will, I am, I will? How powerful do those feel? How strong does that feel? I am, damn it. Because this is how you start the shift. This is how you start the change, right? Another story out of this book. This woman comes home with the self-talk tapes. Her husband's always watching football. She plays the tapes in the background while she's cleaning the kitchen. This goes on for like 14 days. He doesn't say anything. She doesn't say anything, whatever, right? They have like a loveless marriage. He's listening to the tapes in his subconscious mind. On like the 10th day, he asked her to turn up the tape because he likes that one. And then all of a sudden, he starts turning off the football game. He starts, being more loving to her. He feels better about himself. She feels better about himself. And what I'm saying to you is there's things, what we're taking into our body, food, water, messaging, TV, podcast, it's all getting in there. But the ultimate, point of this whole thing is I am, I will, I do. Power statements. And so I want to ask you a question. How many things do you do every day that are your subconscious is doing and it's bad programming, right? I mean, that's the question, right? Is that you have to ask yourself, what are we doing, right? And I'm going to share this because it's very important to me. And I want to make sure that everybody gets this in the call. And so I want to ask you a question. Like, what are you telling yourself every day, right? That's the question that you have to ask yourself is, what are you telling yourself? Because that is the ultimate thing that matters. And at the end of the day, what we tell ourselves is what we do, right? And so challenges are opportunities. Conquering them is an inevitable outcome. Solutions are the stepping stones to my success, and winning is my way of life. I'm going to repeat that again. Challenges are opportunities. Conquering them is the inevitable outcome. Solutions are the stepping stones to my success, and winning is my way of life. Could you imagine if you said that to yourself every day? You said that to yourself 3 times a day for 30 days. How do you think you would feel? How do you think that you would act? How do you think that you would show up in the world, right? How do you think that you would show up in your spouse, right? Here we go. Programming creates beliefs. Beliefs create attitude. Attitudes create feelings. Feelings determine actions. Actions create results. I'm going to say it again. Program creates beliefs. Beliefs create attitudes. Attitudes create feelings. Feelings determine actions. Actions create results. Programming, guys. Programming. Everything that you do, everything that you say matters. And so I hope y'all got some value from this, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.